So in my last video, I talked about the best ways to create a DIY iPhone boom. If you want to check out that video, it'll be up here. But today we're going to be talking about the best ways to use an iPhone with a slider. So this can be any kind of slider that you want. This is just a very standard basic slider. There's some more complex or motorized ones that you can get, or even if you just have a small car or a cart or something that will get you this nice action, that will work just the same as this slider. A lot of people underestimate the power of an iPhone camera. If you have the right lighting and equipment, you can actually get some really fantastic video. So I'm using the Glide Gear 24-inch slider, I believe this is, and then this Joby ball head, which came off of the flexible tripod, and then on top of that I've got this iPhone holder, which is also by Joby from their smaller iPhone line of stuff, but you don't really need any of this. You can just fix this on to whatever you've got and hold it there. If you hold it really steady, that will work too. I just have this so it's easier to just set it up and leave it like that. The key to a good slider shot is being very smooth, and you want to definitely practice what you're going to do a couple of times. Typically I'll either hold on to the base or the camera. In this case the camera's a little flimsy, so we're just going to hold on to the base like right here. Make sure your tripod is locked down, all good, and you have no obstacles in the way here. So I'm going to just do a couple of tests here. The one problem that I have in my case right here is that these light bulbs are tungsten, so they're very warm, and then in the background it's got the light coming in through the windows, so that's very blue. So this specific shot looks a little funky when it goes back and forth, changing the white balance and also the exposure. But other than that, this is a very nice shot. So I'm going to start recording here and we're going to do a couple of tests. You can try doing different speeds and see what you like. If you do have the ability to record on a higher frame rate without the quality decreasing, it can be nice to do that and then go very fast and then slow it down, and it'll give it an even smoother effect there. That's basically all there is to it. It's a very simple process. If you have one of the more complicated sliders, or you have access to something like that, it's even easier. All you have to do is press a button and it'll just motorize, go through. Or I know the time lapse, there's ones that are motorized that'll time lapse it for you and it'll go very, very slowly. And if you do the time lapse on your phone, that would be an epic time lapse. There are some more complicated maneuvers. If you have a tripod that can turn, you can move while turning, which gives an awesome effect. Makes you feel more a part of it because it's almost 3D-ish. Let me give you an example here. You can make this as smooth as you can get it. A couple other advanced techniques where you can actually tilt your slider, and then this is a little more difficult, but then if you have a ball head, make sure that's level, and you can create almost like what we were doing with the other video with the jib. It's a lot easier to go down here when you're working with gravity, so if you want to go up you can reverse the clip, but I would always suggest going downhill so you have gravity working with you. Very nice. So you can do all kinds of fancy maneuvers with sliders. I really do like what you can do with such a small compact sort of system right here. It's definitely a lot easier than setting up a whole jib, or also like if you have a glide cam, something like that. This also is a lot easier because you can do some really awesome things with glide cams, but they get heavy after a while and you have to balance it all. Here there's no balancing, you just put it on a tripod and slide. I'll play for you a couple more test clips of the iPhone on the slider. The quality actually isn't too bad. I've been looking at these clips all day, and it's actually very close to what you can find with some larger DSLR cameras. And if you get the lighting correct and it's level, stable, all of that, it can actually look very, very professional. That's all I got. Until next time, don't forget to keep it pro.